You don't get beyond scarcity. You start beyond it. You see, most people think they need to work really hard and wait until they finally have enough before they can feel rich, happy, or free. But that's not how it works. You don't wait until one day. You begin today. Right now. You start from a place where you already feel like you have enough. And how do you do that? You build your wealth every single day, not just in your bank account, but in your heart, in your joy, in your relationships, and in your moments. Let me give you a simple way to start. You begin capturing what I call magic moments. Now, I'll tell you a little story. My daughters, when they spend time with our nieces, they like to call these special little experiences romantic moments. It's a girl thing. They'll stop and say, "Auntie, Auntie, this is a romantic moment." And they'll smile, maybe even hug or laugh together. It's sweet. It's simple. But it's real. That's what I want you to do. I want you to start noticing these kinds of moments in your life. You can call them whatever you want, magic moments, special times, blessings, but notice them. Feel them. Celebrate them. Because here's the truth, the quality of your life has almost nothing to do with how much money you have. Now, don't get me wrong, money is important. It gives you options. It gives you freedom. Money is portable power. With money, you can feed people. With money, you can help your family. With money, you can go where you want, when you want, and how you want. Money is a great tool. But that's all it is, a tool. Money is not happiness. Money is not peace. Money is not love. And if you think money is going to solve everything and make you happy forever, you're going to be very disappointed. Because the truth is, there are people with lots of money who are still very poor on the inside. Yes, I said it, you can be rich with money and still poor in your heart. And I've also met people with very little money, but they are full of love, peace, joy, and connection. They are truly rich. So what does this mean for you? It means you have to make a decision, not someday, but right now. Decide that you are already wealthy. Decide that you are already enough. You are not missing anything. You're not broken. You don't need to wait until you're richer or smarter or more popular to feel joy. You just have to choose to feel it now. Because life doesn't wait. Time moves on, just like a river. And we're all moving with it. We're all traveling through time. Every second, every minute, life keeps flowing, like a river that never stops. And while we float along, we all age. We grow. We shift. We change. The question is, are you really living while you're floating through time? Or are you just waiting for someday? Are you full of life? Are you truly rich in your heart? Or are you chasing money and still feeling empty? Let me be real with you, you can have money and still feel poor. You can have millions and still feel like something's missing. Or, you can have very little money and feel rich because your heart is full. So you have to ask yourself, how are my relationships? Do I feel love every day? Do I laugh? Do I notice the small moments that make life beautiful? Those are the real signs of wealth. That's what makes a person truly rich. So here's the secret, you must decide right now that you are already rich. Not when you get the job. Not when you make $1 million. Not when people finally notice you. Now. Because the moment you keep thinking, one day, I'll be enough. One day, I'll be happy. One day, I'll be successful, you miss all the little gifts right in front of you. Let's imagine this, you see a mountain in the distance. You say to yourself, when I climb that mountain, I'll finally be proud. I'll finally feel good enough. So you climb and climb. You work hard. You sweat. You fight. You reach the top. And it's nothing like you imagined. It's just a view. It's nice. But the joy you expected? It lasts a minute. A moment. Maybe a day. And then it's gone. So you set your eyes on the next mountain. You tell yourself, maybe that one will make me happy. But the cycle continues. This is how most people live, always chasing, never arriving. So here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to climb to feel proud. You don't have to get there to feel good. You can start feeling rich right now, in this moment, by changing one simple thing. Here's the secret. Trade your expectation for appreciation. When you expect things, you get upset. You expect people to be a certain way, then they let you down. You expect your partner to act perfectly, they don't. You expect your kids to always listen, they don't. You expect yourself to never fail, but you do. And now you're frustrated. But when you trade all those expectations for appreciation, everything changes. Suddenly, you feel grateful. You feel peace. You feel joy. So instead of expecting someone to love you in a perfect way, you appreciate the fact that they love you at all. Instead of expecting life to go smoothly, you appreciate the little victories. Instead of expecting every plan to work out, you appreciate the lessons when they don't. That's how you become rich, not with just money, but in your soul. Let me tell you something powerful. The day you stop expecting everything to go your way, and you start appreciating what you already have, is the day you become truly wealthy. Because when you live in appreciation, your heart opens. Your stress goes down. Your joy goes up. And you start to see all the blessings that were always there, but you were too busy chasing more to notice them. Now let's make this simple. Let's talk about how to practice appreciation every day so it becomes a habit. Just like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast, it should be something you do often. I call this the magic moments practice. Every single day, I want you to notice and collect at least 2 or 3 magic moments. These are little pieces of joy, beauty, love, peace, anything that feels good and special to you. Let me give you examples. Maybe you heard your child laugh and it made your heart smile. Maybe a friend texted you something kind. Maybe you saw a sunset that made you feel calm. Maybe you remembered a lesson that helped you grow. Maybe you took a deep breath and felt peaceful for no reason. These are your magic moments. When you notice them, don't just let them pass by. Pause. Feel them. Let them soak into your heart. Say to yourself, wow, that was a beautiful moment. You can write them down if you want. Or just sit quietly and let yourself feel grateful. But do it every day. That's how you build your appreciation muscle. Because just like your body needs food every day, your soul needs appreciation every day too. And here's something else. When you get good at noticing the small things, you'll feel like life is giving you gifts all day long. You won't feel bored or poor or empty. You'll feel alive. You'll feel wealthy. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gotten something you really wanted, something you dreamed about for months or even years? Maybe a car, a house, a new job, a relationship. You finally got it. You were thrilled. But how long did that feeling last? A day? A week? A month? For most people, it fades fast. That's because your mind gets used to what it has. It stops seeing it as special. It says, okay, what's next? This is why people with a lot of success can still feel empty. Because they keep reaching goals, but they never stop to feel grateful. They keep living in what's next instead of living in what's now. But your heart doesn't work like that. Your heart remembers. Your heart holds on to love. Your heart can feel full forever if you let it. So again, I want you to build this new habit. Every day, collect magic moments. Every day, feel appreciation. Every day, decide, I am already wealthy. Because once you do that, you stop chasing happiness. You start living it. Now let's go deeper. Let's talk about why this truly matters, not just for your happiness, but for your life, your future, your legacy. You were not born just to survive. You were not born to live stressed, to always worry about bills, to keep chasing something you never catch. You were born to live with meaning. With joy. With strength. with fire in your heart. But here's the truth. If you don't feel rich on the inside, no amount of money on the outside will ever be enough. Because you can keep climbing the ladder, chasing the car, the house, the business, the applause, and still feel like something is missing. You know why? Because it is missing. What's missing is the decision to stop waiting and start living. What's missing is the choice to say, "This moment, right now, is a gift. I don't need to wait for more to feel enough. I don't need to be perfect to feel proud. I don't need the world to love me before I love myself." That choice, that's power. Let me tell you what real wealth looks like. It's waking up and feeling peaceful, even if you don't have all the answers. It's laughing with your child and knowing that moment will live in your heart forever. It's holding someone's hand and feeling grateful they're in your life. It's failing at something, but still feeling strong, because you know you're growing. That's real wealth. Not in your bank. In your spirit. And here's what's wild, when you feel rich in your soul, life starts giving you more on the outside too. People feel your energy. They trust you more. Opportunities come to you. Your mind becomes clear, focused, creative. You work smarter. You make better choices. You stop sabotaging. You attract abundance. Not because you're desperate for it, but because you've already claimed it. You don't act from fear, you act from fullness. You don't beg, you build. You don't compare, you create. So let me ask you right now. What are you waiting for? More money? More time? More proof that you're good enough? Because I promise you this, if you can't feel enough now, you won't feel enough later either. Happiness is not a finish line, it's a decision. Peace is not a place you get to, it's a place you come from. Wealth is not a number, it's a state of heart. And all of that starts with appreciation. Most people walk through life like they're asleep. Eyes open, heart closed. Chasing things. Fearing loss. Waiting for permission to feel good. But you are waking up. Because the moment you start to appreciate, you wake up to everything that was already around you. You start to see your life with new eyes. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. A smile means something. A quiet moment feels full. Even pain starts to have purpose. That's what happens when you step into real wealth, not just money wealth, but soul wealth. Now I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine your future self, 10 years from now. You're standing in front of the mirror, looking back at your life. And you say, "I'm proud of how I lived. I didn't wait for life to be perfect. I didn't wait for more to feel enough. I appreciated what I had, and because of that, I built something beautiful." How would that feel? Powerful, right? Well, here's the secret. That version of you? It doesn't come from luck. It comes from small choices, made every day, starting now. So I'm asking you, starting today. Will you stop chasing what's missing, and start loving what's here? Will you stop expecting people to make you happy, and start creating happiness inside yourself? Will you stop waiting for your big break, and start living with big appreciation? You can still go for your goals. You can still build your business. You can still work hard and dream big. But now, you'll be doing it from a place of fullness, not from lack. You'll be building a life because you want to, not because you're trying to fix something broken inside. You're not broken. You're becoming. Every day, the world will try to convince you that you're not enough. That you need to buy more, prove more, do more. But deep down, you already know the truth. You are rich when your heart is full. You are powerful when you choose peace. You are wealthy when you give love and receive love. So today, look around you. Find 3 magic moments. Feel them deeply. Write them down if you can. Let them remind you, you already have more than you think. This is the beginning of real wealth. Not someday. Now let's connect it to something else people often chase, financial success. Let's be honest, yes, you want to feel peace. Yes, you want to feel joy. But you also want to make money. You want freedom. You want to take care of your family, give your kids the best, and never have to worry about bills again. So let's talk about how appreciation and inner wealth can actually help you create outer wealth, the kind that fills your bank account and builds your dreams. Most people think success is about strategy, what to do, how to invest, which business to start. But strategy is only 20% of success. The other 80% is your psychology. It's how you feel, how you think, how you see the world. Let me give you an example. Have you ever tried to solve a problem when you were stressed out? What happened? You couldn't think clearly. You second-guessed yourself. You made fast choices just to escape the pain. And most of the time, it didn't work out well, did it? But what about when you were calm, focused, confident? Suddenly, ideas came to you. You saw things clearly. You took bold action. And things started working. Why? Because your state, your emotional energy, controls your intelligence, your creativity, your courage, and your results. So here's the big truth. If you want to grow your money, first grow your mindset. If you want more wealth, you need more appreciation. Because appreciation is the fuel of achievement. Think about it like this. A grateful person shows up differently in the world. They walk into a room with light in their eyes. They speak with kindness and certainty. They give without fear. They don't beg. They build. They don't chase. They attract. People trust someone who's grounded. People want to work with someone who's joyful. And money flows to people who bring value and who believe they are already enough. That's how appreciation works. It creates an energy around you that pulls success closer. You become magnetic. And when you feel rich on the inside, you stop making choices out of desperation. You stop chasing quick wins. You play the long game. You invest. You plan. You grow. You learn. You fail forward. And that's when real money, real freedom, and real legacy start to happen. You know what makes most people broke? It's not a lack of money. It's the lie in their head that says, I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I'll never make it. And that lie? It makes them do crazy things. They spend money they don't have to impress people they don't even like. They jump into get-rich-quick schemes because they're desperate. They stay in toxic jobs or relationships because they're afraid there won't be anything better. That mindset is a prison. It keeps people small. It keeps people afraid. It keeps people stuck. But the moment you shift from I don't have enough to I am already enough, your whole world changes. You stop chasing and start building. You stop comparing and start creating. You stop panicking and start planning. That's the power of enough. So right now, I want you to say it to yourself. I am enough. I have enough right now to begin. I may not have everything, but I have something, and that's where I start. Because let me tell you, every billionaire, every world changer, every success story you admire, they all started with something small. But they appreciated it. They didn't complain about what was missing. They worked with what they had, and they made it grow. You've heard the truth. Not the truth from a book, or a guru, or some perfect life on a screen. The truth that speaks to the deepest part of you. The part that's been waiting, not for more money, but for more meaning. Not for more praise, but for more peace. This isn't just about being rich. This is about being alive. It's about waking up each day and realizing you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are becoming. And what you are becoming is powerful, not because of what you have, but because of who you choose to be. So the question is not, will I ever be wealthy? The question is, will I choose to feel wealthy right now, today, in this moment? Because the minute you choose that, You are already wealthy. Not someday. Now.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.